Alright, Brush Monkeys, welcome back. This week and next, we are taking a look at the Arcadia Quest Pet Pack 2, consisting of this little goat, Joey, this is a little kangaroo, and Dawn, which I'm guessing is a parrot from the looks of it. I don't know that these have mythological creatures as pets in the game, but so I'm going to go ahead and assume that's a parrot, not a phoenix. What's the old saying when you hear hooves, think horses, not zebras? Again, shout out to Lisa, who sent this to me off of my Amazon wish list. If y'all want to see some new miniatures getting painted, go check out my Amazon wish list. Flying Monkey Studios. I think it's just Flying Monkey Studios. Just do a search for that. There's all kinds of miniatures on there and a huge range of price. Lots of Chibi stuff, lots more Arcadia Quest stuff. I've got some Ninja All-Star stuff on there. Lots of Zombicide and a bunch of other kind of miniatures. I add new stuff to that all the time. Every time I see something that looks cool, I go look it up on Amazon. So go check that out. In the meantime, we're going to go ahead and open up this box, take a look at these, and possibly get started on one. And remember when I said last week about not opening these with an X-Acto knife? Yeah, I'm not big on learning from my mistakes. But then again, I haven't actually made a mistake with it yet. So, you know, fingers crossed. Alright. These things are just packaged out the yin-yang. I mean, they're really solidly packaged figures. They don't mess around with these things. I'm kind of curious to see if these are kind of packaged the same way that the regular... Oh, these come in a little Ziploc bag. That's nice. The last ones just came shrink wrapped in plastic. I've got a little Ziploc bag. Good, if I can get it open. Put the ones that I was going to use in it. Come on. Alright. After thoroughly getting my ass kicked by the Ziploc. That was embarrassing. Okay, Wilhelm, Screaming Goat Pet. Exhaust William's pet card to daze one enemy in Wilhelm's space. That's pretty funny. Joey, Kangaroo. Joey's inventory can score attack cards. Close owners may use Joey's stored attack cards as if the cards were in their own inventory. Oh, so he can carry other attacks. That's pretty good. Oh, Dawn is a phoenix. Look at that. Dawn, phoenix pet. When a close owner dies, you may kill Dawn to immediately resurrect the owner back where he was, fully healed and unexhausted. Oh, that's cool. Alright, dig that. Oh, and here I thought, see with the characters, Haldor and Brenna, all the extra cards were in different languages. These extra cards have different levels to them. So like level 2, these are all in English, by the way. I'm going to go ahead and separate these out by creature. Okay, that's all their level 1 attacks. Their level 2, Wilhelm's pet card dazes 2 enemies. Oops. Joey still gets the inventory can store attack cards, isn't it? Same thing he did before. Yeah, I guess he gets another hit point and another attack. Or he levels up and gets another hit point. I guess he can store more attack cards? I don't know. And Dawn has the same attack card as well. Wilhelm on level 3 can exhaust Wilhelm's pet card to daze all enemies in his space. And Joey and Dawn are still the same level, same abilities. But that's cool that they've got different levels of abilities. The characters only have one level each, which is kind of kick-ass. So, alright, that is interesting. Alright, so I'm going to put those cards aside and take a look at these figures. First impression, they are on some tiny, tiny little bases. I've got the handles out for the to put them on, to paint them. I'm not entirely sure that's going to work with these guys because they are tiny, tiny. And they're only taped on 2 sides. That's good. The characters are taped on 3 or on 4. All right, so Dawn, there's Joey, and the goat. And that is what I thought. They're barely big enough to fit in there. I mean, that's kind of loose, and he'll fit in there. I'm not sure how well he'll stay in there. Yeah, it's not beveled at all. Alright, so I kind of planned for that contingency. I have round bases. 25mm round bases. These are Citadel bases, so they got a nice little bevel to them, and they'll stay in there quite a bit better than the Animals bases by themselves. So I'm going to super glue these guys to the bases and then texture the bases with the Vallejo texture putty. And then I'll prime them and start painting them. Oh, that's prime them and paint them. So I'll take a look at these guys. Joey's kind of got crazy eyes going here. Look at that little dude's crazy eyes. He's a little bit scary. I think they all kind of have it. Oh yeah, yeah, they're going to be fun to paint. All right, so that's what I got going on right now. I'm going to go ahead and pause and glue these guys to the base and texture them, and get them primered. And then we'll come back and start looking at painting some of them. Alright, see you soon. Bye. Alright, brush monkeys. As you can see, I've got all the little pets based. I put them all on the Citadel 25mm bases. They're not a whole lot, their own base is not a whole lot smaller than the Citadel bases, but the Citadel bases gave me an opportunity to have them held in these handles, so they're a little more secure. So again, I've got Wilhelm here, Joey, and Dawn, the Phoenix, which still didn't know that was a Phoenix. That's weird. Anyway, so I've got these 3 all based up. I've got them, the bases textured with the Vallejo Gray Pumice. And the next step is to prime them all. So once the gray pumice dries, I'm going to take a break a little bit, let it dry, let the gray pumice set up, and then I'll prime them all. And then for the rest of this video, we're going to focus mostly on Wilhelm here. This little screaming goat guy. And I'll get his card out too, but I don't think there's any real surprises in his coloring. I think he's just going to be mostly white with some gray spots, a little gray beard there. I think the purple that was showing up on his tail and backside on the card, on the box art, was all was a lighting effect. So I'm not going to worry about that. I'm going to have to come up with a decent pink for the inside of his mouth. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to take a little break, and when we come back, we'll all 3 of these will be primed, and we'll start painting Wilhelm. All right, so I will see you in a bit. Thanks a lot. All right, I'm back, and I've got all 3 of them Zenithal primed. I say Zenithal primed, but it's really just gray on the underside and then white, because I want these guys to all be fairly bright colors. So for right now, we're going to put Dawn and Joey aside and just focus on Wilhelm here. I've also got Wilhelm's card here. So I was going off the picture here and picking out the colors. I still think this purple back here and kind of underneath his chin there is a lighting thing. I don't think that's actually how he's colored. But I may change my mind on that. I may go ahead and do the ass end of Wilhelm in some Druky Violet. But for the most part, he's going to be white with gray spots. So I've picked out Ulthorn Gray for the white, which I know that sounds weird, but you know, trust me, that's you want more of an off-white, light gray for the gray for the white, and then Dawnstone for the gray spots. Which are going to be, I'm going to do like the top of his head, and he doesn't really show any gray spots on him. So maybe I'll just do one in the middle of his back. The card is not actually a really big help for how he's colored. But anyway, that's what I'm going to do. And then I got Cadian Flesh Tone for the skin. I've got Brown Rose for the inside of his mouth. Ivory for his teeth and eyes. I've got Matte Black for the pupil of his eye. He's got a pupil, and it looks like he's got like a little surround part. Almost like he's wearing eyeliner, and he's got that little thing right there. So I got matte black for that, and then I've got Vallejo Game Color heavy black gray for the base, and Niblet green for the basing. All that texture paint in there, and for his base band. And then I set aside some Druky Violet for the ass end of them, just in case. I don't know. That's still up in the air, but we'll see. Anyway, like I said, Joey and Dawn are going to be the next video. This video is going to concentrate on Wilhelm. So I'm going to go ahead and pause here and get some base coats done on him, and then we'll come back and see how he looks. Alright? Alright, see you soon. Alright, Brush Monkeys, so I've made some progress on Wilhelm here. And I think I've got him looking pretty close to the art on the card. There's how he looks on the card. There's how the mini looks. So he's looking pretty good so far. I decided to go ahead and go with the purple wash. I think what I'm probably going to do is the wash is still wet and the base is still wet. So on the basing, I'm going to dry brush it with Niblet green when it's dry. And the back end of his tail, and I did a little bit of, you can hardly see it on here, but I did a little bit of shading under his jaw too to match him to the card. So once that shade wash is dry and the base is dry, then I'm going to dry brush the base. I'm going to dry brush a little bit of the fur. I decided to go with, you can hardly read that label, it's Praxetti White from Citadel. It's a dry paint. I dry brushed all his fur, and so he looks a little more white than gray right now, but there's a little more definition to his fur. It's hard to tell on this camera. But yeah, he's got a little more definition to the texture of his fur and what have you. And I'm probably going to use that to blend this purple and the white in a little bit better once the purple wash dries. But overall, I'd say he's looking pretty good. I did a little bit of purple wash on the inside of his mouth to give his mouth some definition. But yeah, there's his card. There's him. Wilhelm's looking pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and take a break and let that dry. And then when we come back, I'll dry brush his base and his fur and put him on a cork to get the rest of that base band. Alright, so I'll see you soon. Bye. Alright, Brush Monkeys. This guy was a really quick little paint, but Wilhelm is finished. And I think he's looking pretty good. He looks a lot like his card art. So that was the end goal, was to get him to look like he does on the card. And I've got his base all dry brushed, his base band painted, and I've got them matte sealed. Normally when they're finished, I put them on the tan background. I'm going to wait and do that when I get all three of them done. So, but for right now, Wilhelm is finished, and yeah, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. Next video, we will be painting, because this video had the unboxing and the review of all the contents of the pet pack, the next video is going to paint both Joey and Don. And I think Joey's going to be a pretty quick paint because he's just kind of brown. His eyes are really going to take the longest time on him. Don, I think I'm going to use the airbrush on and get a nice nice fade from the red in the body all the way out to orange and yellow on the tips of the wings. And I think she's going to be kind of interesting to paint. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and call that done. This has been the first out of the Pet Pack 2 expansion for Arcadia Quest. This is Wilhelm the Screaming Goat. So I will see you next week. Thanks for watching. Bye. Hey Brush Monkeys, Tom from Flying Monkey Studios here. If you like what you see, click like down below. Click the subscribe button if you want to see more and want to be notified when new videos come out. Check out the links in the video description for links to our Patreon page and our Instagram, so you can see all the different ways that you can support me in doing what I do, and get your hands on some of these miniatures that I've painted if you want one of your own. You can also follow us on Twitter and Facebook if you want to see updates and see when new videos get posted. And I will see you guys next week. Thanks a lot. Bye.